ਸਾਰੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ। ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਇੱਕ ਬਹੁਤ ਹੀ ਖਾਸ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਤੇ ਜਿਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਡੀ ਕਮਿਊਨਿਟੀ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਵੱਧ ਚੜ ਕੇ ਹਿੱਸਾ ਵੀ ਲੈਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਤੇ ਇੱਕ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਫੀਲ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਸਿੱਖ ਹੈਰੀਟੇਜ ਕਿਨ ਅਹੁਦਿਆਂ ਉੱਤੇ ਰੈਕਗਨਾਈਜ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ ਐਂਡ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇਵ ਜੀ ਦੀ ਲੈਗੇਸੀ ਨੂੰ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧਾਇਆ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ। ਸੋ ਅੱਜ ਜਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਵੇਖ ਸਕਦੇ ਹੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹਾਂ ਹੌਫਸਟਰ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜ ਕੇ ਸਰਦਾਰਨੀ ਕੁਲਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ ਬਰਿੰਦਰਾ ਜੀ ਚੈਰੀਟੇਬਲ ਫਾਊਂਡੇਸ਼ਨ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜੋ ਹਰ ਸਾਲ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਇੰਟਰਫੇਥ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਕੀਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਕਰਤੇ ਧਰਤੇ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੁਣ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਆ ਤੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਗੱਲ ਕਰਦੇ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
ਪਿਆਰ ਭਰੀ ਸਤਿ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਅਕਾਲ।
ਤੇਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਜੀ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰੇ ਤੇਜੀ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਪਿਆਰ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਣਦੇ ਆਫ ਕੋਰਸ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਬੇਟੇ ਰਾਜ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਜ ਜੁੜੇ ਹੋਏ ਹੈ। ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ ਤਾਂ ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਦੋਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਕ ਵਾਰੀ ਫਿਰ ਇੱਕ ਹੋਲਸਮ ਹਾਰਟਫੈਲਟ ਕੰਗ੍ਰੈਚੁਲੇਸ਼ਨਸ ਕਿ ਇੰਨਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਇਵੈਂਟ ਇੰਨੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਇੰਨੀ ਦੇਰ ਤੋਂ ਇੰਨੇ ਫਖਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਅੱਗੇ ਵਧ ਰਹੀ ਹੈ। once again we're gathered here today। ਤੇਜੀ ਜੀ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲੇ how are you feeling right now?
Excellent. First of all, ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ for the very kind words। ਔਰ ਸਭ ਤੋਂ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਮੈਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਫਖਰ ਤੇ ਮਾਣ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿੰਨੇ ਵੀ ਆਪਣੀ ਸਿੱਖ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਇੰਡੀਅਨ ਪੋਪੂਲੇਸ਼ਨ ਹੈ ਉਹ ਇਸ ਕਾਜ਼ ਨੂੰ ਬੜਾ ਸਪੋਰਟ ਕਰਦੀ ਹੈ। ਐਂਡ ਵਾਈ ਨਾਟ ਬਿਕੋਜ਼ ਦਿਸ ਸਟੈਂਡਸ ਫॉर ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਐਂਡ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ's ਮੈਸੇਜ ਆਫ oneness of mankind। There is no discrimination, equality amongst all, irrespective of caste, color, religion or gender, ਜੋ ਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨੇ 500 ਸਾਲ ਪਹਿਲਾਂ ਕਿਹਾ ਸੀਗਾ and now that is the cry of the day। So I think it's a wonderful thing। ਸਾਡੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦੀ ਮੇਰੇ ਪੇਰੈਂਟਸ ਦੀ ਇੱਕ ਬੜੀ ਕਾਸ਼ ਤੇ ਵਿਜ਼ਨ ਤੇ ਡ੍ਰੀਮ ਸੀ ਕਿ ਅਸੀਂ how to build better understanding and appreciation between people of various faiths। And that led to the establishment of the Guru Nanak Interfaith Prize in 2006 with Hofstra University। And we are very, very happy with Hofstra, who has been a remarkable partner। ਔਰ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਥੈਂਕ ਯੂ। ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਤੋਂ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਮਦਰ ਪੈਨੀ ਜੀ have always been supporting us and ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਦਰਸ਼ਕ ਸਾਰੇ have been supporting। ਬਹੁਤ ਬਹੁਤ ਤੁਹਾਡਾ ਧੰਨਵਾਦ।
ਤੇਜੀ ਜੀ so well spoken and thank you for reminding us ਕਿ ਇਸ ਜੋ ਅੱਜ ਇੰਨੀ ਵੱਡੀ ਸੰਸਥਾ ਬਣੀ ਹੋਈ ਉਹਦੀ ਸ਼ੁਰੂਆਤ ਕਿਸ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਹੋਈ। ਤੁਹਾਡੇ ਫਾਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਤੁਹਾਡੀ ਮਦਰ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਇਹ ਚੇਅਰ ਇਸਟੈਬਲਿਸ਼ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਹੈ। Raj is now being the third generation representative of this। How do you feel and what message do you have for folks that are listening that are in that younger age group that maybe sometimes wonder how can we make sure that our Sikh heritage, ਜੋ ਸਾਡਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਵਿਰਸਾ ਹੈਗਾ ਉਹ ਕਿਥੇ ਖੋ ਨਾ ਜਾਏ?
Well, first I have a lot of big shoes to fill between my grandparents and my father as a third generation, and I want to make sure I do justice to this award and to the message they're trying to bring. Again, as my father correctly said, in this day and age, the idea of oneness of Guru Nanak taught us is more than ever imperative now than ever was. We live in a country, in a world that's divided, and we should understand we are together in all of this and in this. So I hope for third generation, for me, to be able to continue this message and show that we are the same people and that we should care for one another and that we will grow together as a better humankind and world.
I love that. And before we go, quick word, Tejiji, can you say a few words about the honorees tonight? We have some wonderful names, and I'd love quickly if you could share a couple of things with our viewers about them.
Sure. This saal we have two honorees। Oxford Interfaith Forum, this is based in Oxford, England, and United Religious Initiative। Both this award is given either to individual or organization that tries to bring people together। इस बारी दोनों organizations ने जो कि award share कर रही हैं and at a very grassroots level they're doing a tremendous job in promoting this। United Religious Initiative has probably over 20,000 branches promoting interfaith all over the world। Oxford Interfaith Forum is an intellectual tank that brings about a major change in people's thinking in better। So I think the selection committee has done a wonderful job in selecting the two honorees, the two organizations, and on their behalf, Dr. Thea Gomalari is for Oxford Interfaith Forum. The Reverend Swing will be representing United Religious Initiative। So unano bahut mubarak for the well-deserved recognition।
So congratulations to Dr. Gomalari and the Oxford Interfaith Forum। Although Dr. Gomalowry is unable to be with us this evening, we are honored to have with us one of the forum's senior fellows, Professor Aaron Koller, who's a distinguished scholar of Hebrew, Semitic languages, biblical studies, and Aramaic and Hebrew philology. He was recently appointed as the Regius Professor in Hebrew at the University of Cambridge, an extraordinary recognition of his contributions to the field. It is my pleasure to invite Professor Koller now to accept the award, but I need to grab it. Accepting the award on behalf of the United Religions Initiative is Mr. Eric Roux, Chairman of the Global Council of URI. Mr. Roux is himself an interfaith activist, freedom of religion advocate, and a religious leader who has dedicated his life to fostering global religious dialogue. Congratulations to the United Religions Initiative.
Actually, I'm here to receive the Guru Nanak Prize on behalf of URI and its founder, Bishop Swing. And when I say URI, I'm talking about all the people which are forming URI all around the world. And on their behalf, and on the behalf of Bishop Swing, I need to say that we are super honored and super proud of receiving this award. Guru Nanak is one of his kind. He brought the world a religion that is a philosophy of life that encompasses unity between all human beings. And actually, that's what we do in URI.
This award is amazingly heavy, and I think that is exactly appropriate because it's a weighty acknowledgement of all that our organization has done and all that we have yet to do. There is so much that there is to do in this world, and this award will sit on our mantle and remind us of what we have accomplished and the work that we can still will to continue to do in the world.
ਅੱਜ ਅਸੀਂ ਕ੍ਰੈਸ਼ ਹਾਲੋ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਅਸੀਂ ਆਪਣਾ ਆਕਸਫੋਰਡ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਅਰੇਂਜ ਹੋਇਆ ਔਰ ਤੇਜੀ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਦੀ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਵੱਲੋਂ ਜੋ ਗੁਰਦਾਨ ਹੈ ਇੰਟਰਫੇਥ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਅੱਜ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਇਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੋਏ ਆ। ਬਹੁਤ ਅੱਛਾ ਉਪਰਾਲਾ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ 2008 ਤੋਂ ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਹੋਇਆ ਸੀਗਾ ਜੋ ਕਿ ਈਸ਼ਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਆਪਣਾ 2008 ਸ਼ੁਰੂ ਕੀਤਾ ਇੰਟਰਫੇਥ ਅਵਾਰਡ। ਸੋ ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਲੋਕ ਅੱਛੇ ਕੰਮ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਦੇ ਮਾਰਗ ਤੇ ਚੱਲਦੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਨੂੰ ਅਵਾਰਡ ਦਿੱਤਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤੇ ਵਧਾਈ ਦੇ ਪਾਤਰ ਨੇ।
ਅੱਜ ਦੀ ਇਹ ਵੰਡਰਫੁਲ ਸ਼ਾਮ ਜਿਸ ਵਿੱਚ ਇੰਟਰਫੇਥ ਕਮੇਟੀ ਪ੍ਰਚਾਰ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਤੇਜੀ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨੇ ਈਸ਼ਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਨੇ ਇੱਕ ਇਨਾਮ ਸਥਾਪਿਤ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਉਸ ਦੇ ਅੱਜ 2 ਇਨਾਮ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਨੇ ਬੜੇ ਸਕਾਲਰ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਦਿੱਤੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ ਔਰ ਇਹਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਏਕੇ ਦੀ ਭਾਵਨਾ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਹੈ ਸਾਰੇ ਧਰਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਆਉਂਦੀ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਸਾਡਾ ਪ੍ਰੇਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਵੱਧਦਾ ਹੈ। ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦਾ ਮੈਸੇਜ ਇਹ ਹੈ ਕਿ ਇਹ ਸਰੀਰਾਂ ਮੇਰਿਆ ਇਸ ਜਗ ਮੇਂ ਹਰ ਜੋਤ ਰੱਖੀ ਤੁਧ ਵਿੱਚ ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਇਸ ਜਗ ਮੇਂ ਆਇਆ। ਸੋ ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇੱਕੋ ਹੀ ਪਰਮਾਤਮਾ ਦੇ ਪੁੱਤਰ ਧੀਆਂ ਵਾਂ ਤੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਮਿਲ ਕੇ ਜਨ ਕਰਨਾ ਚਾਹੀਦਾ। ਮੈਂ ਇਸ ਫੈਮਿਲੀ ਦਾ ਬਹੁਤ ਰਿਣੀ ਹਾਂ। ਇਹਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਪਿਤਾ ਜੀ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਸੀ, ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨਾਲ ਵੀ ਬਹੁਤ ਪਿਆਰ ਹੈ ਔਰ ਇੱਕ ਬੜਾ ਵੱਡਾ ਚੰਗਾ ਕੰਮ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਸਿੱਖ ਧਰਮ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਨੇ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ। ਬੜੀ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਵਾਲੀ ਗੱਲ ਹੈ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਅੱਜ ਅਸਾਂ ਇਸ ਈਵੈਂਟ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਸਾਰੇ ਪਹੁੰਚੇ ਹਾਂ। ਤੁਹਾਨੂੰ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਹੀ ਹੈ, ਤੁਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਹਦੇ ਬਾਰੇ ਸੁਣ ਰਹੇ ਹੋ ਕਿ ਸਰਦਾਰ ਈਸ਼ਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਜੀ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦਾ ਸਾਰਾ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਅੱਜ TJ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਤਜਿੰਦਰ ਸਿੰਘ ਵੀਰ ਜੀ ਹੁਣਾਂ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਬੜੇ ਲੰਬੇ ਸਮੇਂ ਤੋਂ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਸੈੱਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਸੀ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਇਹ ਉਹ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਹੈ ਜਿਨ੍ਹਾਂ ਨੇ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੀ ਧਰਤੀ ਤੇ ਨਿਊਯਾਰਕ ਦੀ ਆਕਸਫੋਰਡ ਯੂਨੀਵਰਸਿਟੀ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਚੇਅਰ ਸਥਾਪਿਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਸੀ ਔਰ ਸਿੱਖਾਂ ਦਾ ਮਾਣ ਵਧਾਇਆ ਸੀ। ਇੱਕ ਪੱਗ ਵਾਲਾ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੀ ਚੇਅਰ ਸਥਾਪਿਤ ਕਰੇ ਤੇ ਕਿੰਨਾ ਮਾਣ ਹੁੰਦਾ। ਤੇ ਅੱਜ ਗੁਰੂ ਨਾਨਕ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਦੇ ਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਉੱਤੇ ਪ੍ਰਾਈਜ਼ ਸੈੱਟ ਕਰਕੇ ਉਹ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਨੇ ਇੱਥੇ ਡਿਸਟ੍ਰੀਬਿਊਟ ਕੀਤਾ ਵਾ। ਅਸੀਂ ਸਾਰੇ ਇਸ ਖੁਸ਼ੀ ਵਿੱਚ ਸ਼ਾਮਲ ਹੋਏ ਹਾਂ ਪਰਿਵਾਰ ਦੀ ਚੜ੍ਹਦੀ ਕਲਾ ਲਈ, ਸਾਰੀ ਕੌਮ ਦੀ, ਪੰਥ ਦੀ, ਸਾਰੀ ਮਨੁੱਖਤਾ ਦੀ, ਇਨਸਾਨੀਅਤ ਦੀ ਗੱਲ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਕਰਨ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਇਹ ਚੇਅਰ ਸਥਾਪਿਤ ਕੀਤੀ ਗਈ ਸੀ, ਉਹਦੀ ਸਾਰਿਆਂ ਨੂੰ ਵਧਾਈ। ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕਾ ਖਾਲਸਾ, ਵਾਹਿਗੁਰੂ ਜੀ ਕੀ ਫਤਿਹ।
ਮੈਂ ਦਰਸ਼ਨ ਸਿੰਘ ਪੱਕਾ, ਅੰਕਲ ਬੇਦੀ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਔਰ ਮਿਸਿਸ ਕੁਲਜੀਤ ਕੌਰ, ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਜਿਹੜੀ ਯਾਦ ਕਰਕੇ ਗਏ ਨੇ, ਬਹੁਤ ਘੱਟ ਲੋਕ ਇਸ ਅਮਰੀਕਾ ਦੇ ਵਿੱਚ ਕੀਤਾ ਹੈ। ਆਈ ਐਮ ਵੈਰੀ ਪ੍ਰਾਊਡ ਆਫ ਆਲਸੋ ਤੇਜੀ ਬਿੰਦਰਾ, ਜਿਹੜਾ ਕਿ ਕੰਟੀਨਿਊ ਕਰ ਰਿਹਾ ਹੈ ਉਹਨਾਂ ਦੀ ਲੈਗੇਸੀ। ਆਈ ਐਮ ਵੈਰੀ ਥੈਂਕਫੁਲ ਟੂ them. I wish them best of luck.
ਹੁਣ ਸਾਡੇ ਨਾਲ ਜੁੜੇ ਹਨ Dean Eva Badowska, the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences here at Hofstra University, which plays an instrumental role in not just the disbursement of this award, but of the chair itself that is at Hofstra University. Dean Badowska, can you say a few words about the significance of the partnership between Hofstra and the Sardani Kuljit Kaur Bindra Charitable Foundation?
Absolutely. It's a great pleasure actually to be able to talk about it, because it's truly a formidable partnership. There are many aspects to it. I mean, and the prize, this Interfaith prize, is only one really part of it. And, I would say perhaps the most visible part. But to the life of the university, actually maybe even not the most important part. There's also an endowed distinguished chair, which is currently occupied by Professor Balbinder Bogle, who is really one of the world's absolute experts in Sikh studies, Sikh cultural studies. And, he is at the heart of an academic program in Sikh studies, many different events and conferences. And so the partnership is multifaceted, and this award is one part of it, but there are academic programs and endowed chair. And then also a connection to another charitable foundation and donation, which established the musicology chair, the Sikh musicology chair at Hofstra.
It sounds like there's amazing things happening in this day and age of divisiveness. How important is it for events like this that promote interfaith and oneness amongst communities?
Well, you said it. It is, I think, one of the most important missions of the university to create global citizens. And there is no being a global citizen without an understanding of a variety and of world traditions and world religious traditions, and the importance of dialogue amongst them. And so it's not just that this is a mission of this program in Sikh studies, but it's also the mission of the university to really seek these kinds of global, seek to prepare students for global understanding of this nature.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Dean Badowska. Appreciate your time.
My pleasure.
As we continue to meet and speak with some of the notable individuals that are at the event, I am now joined by Mr. Alan Kelly, who is the Senior Vice President of Community and Developmental Affairs here at Hofstra University. Mr. Kelly, this partnership between the Sardani Kuljit Kaur Bindra Foundation, Charitable Foundation, as well as Hofstra, dates back decades now. How do you feel that this partnership speaks to the kind of work that Hofstra University is doing, not just in the community here locally, but bridging communities across the board?
Great, thank you. Thanks for being here. First of all, the students on our campus and our faculty, live and breathe kind of the interfaith understanding and what it means to work together across the globe. TJ Bindra and TJ's family, I've known them for about 20 years, and they've done a tremendous job in terms of just making sure that message is heard throughout Long Island, New York and beyond. This award is phenomenal. It's one of the biggest awards, I think, globally, and it really shows the importance of interfaith understanding between different folks, different parts of the world. And I think it's a demonstration to our students, which is really important, that this kind of dialogue is critical to moving forward, especially at this time when the world is in a precarious place. So we're so proud to be in partnership with them. We're so proud of the award. We're so proud of the recipients. It's a terrific night for everybody, and I'm delighted to be a part of it.
Any closing messages that you may have for folks listening that are just wondering, in this kind of climate, how important is it to have interfaith dialogue?
What's critical, the world is a very diverse place, right? So we're not all the same. And depending on what background you come from, it's so important to have dialogue with folks of other faiths and other races. And I think this really shows what you can do if you're able to kind of use that as a platform for your institution. So the Guru Nanak Prize has been a tremendous kind of beacon of hope for, I think, for the world, and particularly for Hofstra. We're so proud to be the host of it.
Thank you so much, Mr. Kelly. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And now let's hear from the honorees side. Joining us now is Mr. Eric Roux, representing the United Religions Initiative, accepting the award on behalf of Bishop Swing. First of all, Mr. Roux, how significant is this moment for you and, of course, the organization that you're representing today?
Well, it's a great honor. It's an honor for several reasons. First of all, Guru Nanak is one of his kind, and he brought to the world a magnificent religion which helps people nowadays, I'm talking, and so being associated with such a prize is an honor and a pride and a pleasure. So I'm taking it on behalf of Bishop Swing, who is the founder of URI, and of URI, which is United Religions Initiative. And what we do is grassroots interfaith all over the world, 110 countries, more than 1,200 cooperation circles of URI. So it's, and I'm the chair of the Global Council of URI. So for me, it's also like the pride, not for me alone, but for all the people working with URI, hundreds of thousands of people doing daily interfaith cooperation. So that's a prize for them and for what they do.
Absolutely. For those that may wonder, in a current climate like this that's going on, not just in the United States, all over the world, really, how important is it to have interfaith dialogue? What would you say to those folks?
How important? Vital for the people, for humanity, and for the earth, and for all living beings. We cannot afford more wars. We cannot afford more conflicts. And the only way to solve them is communication between people. So whatever you do, sometimes you feel it may be not enough to change the course of the world. Maybe it's not enough, but at least you do something and it works. I tell you, I have so many experience in interfaith of changes, of people who come from being biased against others or being intolerant, and by communication they start understanding that the man in front of them is not their enemy. He's a fellow, and he is someone like them who is godly, with aspirations, and they can find common purposes, common realities, and that works. So if we amplify the interfaith work, at the end we will solve the problems that we see.
Basically what you're saying is there is hope yet, and I think that's a message that is more than needed in today's day and age. Thank you so much, Mr. Roux, once again accepting the prize on behalf of Bishop Swing, representing United Religions Initiative. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you very much.
Joining us now, another one of the honorees, accepting on behalf of Dr. Thea Gomalari from the Oxford Interfaith Forum, is Aaron Kohler, a senior fellow at the Oxford Interfaith Forum. Thank you so much, Professor Kohler, first of all, for taking the time to speak with us, and of course, for accepting the award on behalf of Dr. Thea Gomalari. What kind of, significance do you feel is represented when you have an institution such as the Oxford Interfaith Forum coming together, not just with Hofstra University, but of course the Sardarni Kuljit Kaur Bindra Charitable Foundation? What does it represent to folks watching?
Well, it's an amazing honor for us at the Oxford Interfaith Forum. I think the joint award is a brilliant move on the part of the Bindra Foundation, because we have the grassroots movement from URI, and Dr. Gomalari has really set up the Oxford Interfaith Forum to work more on the academic, intellectual level. So there are 12 different reading groups that meet mostly on Zoom, people presenting from all different religious perspectives. Sometimes it's sort of obvious how this crosses over different religions, and sometimes someone's presenting from one particular religious perspective, but audience members from their own faith communities are coming together to study and think and talk in a really respectful and generative, productive way. So coming to the community represented by the Bindra Foundation and the university is just a fantastic combination for the Oxford Interfaith Forum to be part of.
What would you say to folks that maybe question, the necessity of interfaith dialogue, especially in today's current global climate?
Yeah, well, look, I mean, these are big questions, but we all thought, 25 years ago that new media was going to break down walls and we'd all, share the same news and the same viewpoints. And it turns out that, just become more and more divided. So any forum that can break down those barriers and bring people together is doing such important work. Dr. Gammalari, is based in Oxford. I think that the name helps a bit. But really, the geography matters not at all. She just brings people together from around the world, a lot of Europe, a lot of North America, down to the Middle East, Asia, and they meet. There's a set time. It's always announced in British time, but everyone has to translate it into their own time zones. And I think any forum that can bring people together across those boundaries and find any sort of common ground, and it turns out there's tons and tons of common grounds. You just have to have the excuse and opportunity to find them.
So well said. You just have to have the opportunity and, of course, the excuse, some motivation, right? Thank you so much, Professor Kohler, for taking the time, and congratulations again to you and the Oxford Interfaith Forum. Thank you.
Thank you.
And as we continue to talk with the various dignitaries and VIPs that are attending tonight's function, joining me now is Comptroller Thomas DiNapoli. Comptroller DiNapoli, it's so great to see you here. Of course, you always show up when it comes to not just community events, but events that bring the community together. And in that vein, can you tell us a little bit about the significance of this event that is in partnership not just with Hofstra University and New York Staple, but of course the Sardarni Kuljit Kaur Bindra Charitable Foundation?
Yeah. The Bindra family really has inspired the establishment of the Guru Nanak Prize, and two very worthy organizations that have really focused on interfaith cooperation and dialogue are being recognized for their efforts. We live in a very challenging environment today globally. A lot of divisions, unfortunately, some of it related to religious differences. And the message of Guru Nanak is one to achieve understanding through dialogue, acceptance. That's how we get to a place of unity. So I really compliment Hofstra and the Bindra family for giving us this opportunity to show to the world that you can make a difference. And by honoring these organizations, we are really saying that we're going to have a positive view about where to move forward. And the message of unity that Guru Nanak taught us all, left us, that message is as important today as it was centuries ago.
So well put. Thank you so much for your time, Comptroller. Have a good one.
Thank you. Thank you.
Today, more than ever, I miss both my grandparents, Ishar Singh Bindra and Sardarni Kuljit Bindra. Both have inspired me to be a better person and to continue their vision of the idea of interfaith and preaching the idea of oneness for all of us. So today I'm very proud of my grandparents to continue their legacy and to hopefully continue for the next 100 years. God bless them both.
बड़ी खूबसूरत शाम से कि जितने there were two wonderful organizations that got the Guru Nanak Interfaith Prize. मैंने बड़ा फख्र ते मान है कि मेरे parents ने, मेरे father and mother ने जो उन्हें दी dream सी, जो vision सीगा कि ये जो award है कि लोगों को इकट्ठा करे वो पूरा हो रहा है. तो डैडी मम्मी उन्होंने उसे बहुत आज मिस कर रहे हैं. I'm sure कि वो स्वर्ग हैं तो आपने की आशीर्वाद दे रहे हैं कि उन्हें दी blessings, उन्हें दी सीसा is what we all are striving for. Once again, आप सारे नु मुबारकां. एक function, एक शाम बहुत खूबसूरत रही with the two wonderful awardees for 2024 Guru Nanak Interfaith Prize. शुक्रिया.